So welcome back to the channel. Now, this was going to be a video just about general stuff that's been happening, and there's been some good stuff happening, but I have got in the car today, and as you know, I always park it on a slope because I can't find anywhere flat to park it. Got in today and fired it up, and it is definitely ticking, knocking, doing something. So I decided to drive it anyway. So I am going to my favourite coffee shop, and I'm going to sit there and park it on a flat bit of ground for about an hour, and then I'm going to check the oil. I suspect there's not a lot in there, and I think that's why it's making the noise, but it could be making the noise because it's just knackered. It's going fine, and the noise has lessened since I fired it up. So, and I've got to be honest, I haven't checked the oil I'm not setting this up very nicely for if I ever wanted to sell this car. It goes actually exactly as it's always done. I can't give it the beans around here because it's a built up area and the speed limit is quite low. I think it's 30 here. No, it's 40. So I'm a bit worried that it might be the end of Sally. Have I mentioned that she's called Sally? She's a she, simply because my daughter decided to call her Sally, because when I first got her and she got in and she went, this is a bit of a silly car because the engine's at the back. And since then she started calling her Silly Sally, and she's now known as Sally. So anyway, could this be the end of Sally? I don't know. So I'm going to go park, check the oil. If there's not enough, I might just go straight to Jack's, see if he's around, get the oil topped up. Does need an oil change, but it's not like, you know, done tons and tons of miles. And I've been using it quite a lot, sort of up until a few weeks ago. And a few weeks ago is when we got our family wagon, which was the Audi A3, and it's had sort of intermittent use since then. You know, it had one lot of 10 days not being used, and then after that it was used kind of every few days. Decent journeys, like, you know, 20 minutes. So yeah, that's where I am. It was a lot of noise. I don't think it's happened before because I would have noticed it. So I open the door and listen to it. When I park, I'll open the window and see if it makes that noise. I'll probably insert that a little bit into here. And that's where we are. That's kind of made me feel a bit awful. But anyway, I'll feedback on that later. Well, actually, no, I'll be able to feedback on this video because I haven't edited it yet. I'll just edit that in after I check the oil. When I get to where I'm getting to, I might not enjoy my coffee as much, which is a bit rubbish. And in other news, I have, well, the other thing that I was going to talk about was the petrol prices. I've got half a tank. Now, Shell V-Power Nitro Plus is a lot of money. So it's close to £100 to fill it up, which is so ridiculously huge. But at the same time, is Shell one of the companies that has refused to pull out of Russia with the ongoing Ukraine crisis? So I need to check that before I fill up again, because, you know, I've got to do that tiny little bit. So if they haven't pulled out, then I won't be putting that in. And the other thing was, I am on Monday, so it's Thursday today. I'm in my skank, by the way. I'm in my skank. I'm in my work clothes because I'm about to start breaking up the concrete floor. Well, 1/3 of the concrete floor in our lounge, so I can replace it with reclaimed floorboards. But I don't know why I digressed into that. It wasn't even a segue or a tangent. It's more of a digress. Anyway, on Monday, I'm going to Porsche Reading. And as you know, that's Porsche GB. And they are letting me drive a Macan. So I just messaged someone in, you know, marketing, PR, I don't know who it was, lovely lady. And I just said, look, I do this podcast. I've got a little bit of a YouTube channel. I didn't really want to mention the YouTube channel, and then I sent the email and I thought, why did I do that? Because it's so minuscule. She'll probably look at it and go, what the, who is this guy? Exactly. And then so I said, I'm doing this podcast, and everyone knows that, all the 3 people who listen to it know that I'm a little bit anti-SUV, especially when people start talking about sporty SUVs that make them less SUV and not a sports car. So people talk about them, oh, this almost drives like a sports car. This almost drives like a 911. It doesn't. It doesn't. So anyway, I said, I've been challenged, because Mark challenged me, Mark Sheriff from Mark and Cars, challenged me to go and drive one. He said, well, you haven't driven one, go and drive one. So I thought I'll do that. I don't actually know what kind of Macan I'll get. It's just going to be the demo one. So I suspect it'll have all the options, and maybe, well, it's going to be turbo powered, but it's probably going to be some 4-cylinder thing, but I don't care. I think it's so good of the Porsche Reading to let me have a go in it. I'll probably just only have it for about half an hour, just go for a whiz locally. I might go down some small roads, a couple of new carriageways, see what it feels like, see what it's like to be in. It's going to be the newest, most modern Porsche that I'll have driven, because the other newest one I've driven is my year 2000 Boxster, which, more news, I've ordered the parts. I've ordered 2 new shocks, Bilstein but OEM ones, so 2 for the front, because I couldn't change one, because it was so far gone. You'd think the other ones can't be that far behind, so I'm changing the 2. I'm hoping Jack can change it without like any other parts breaking, so I have to spend any more money because I'm totally broke. What else did I buy? I bought the CV boots. I've got the discs and pads already, so once they arrive, I'll put the battery on charge. Once they arrive, I'm going to give it a good, get my hazmat suit, mask, gloves on, get the bleach out, give it a really good clean. Hopefully it'll dry out a little bit, because the weather is so much better than it was 2 days ago, and there's daffodils everywhere. So we'll let it dry out and hopefully take it over to him. And final thing, I am this afternoon recording part 2 of the podcast with Brock of 996 Road Trip fame. So looking forward to chat to him, because he's been at Amelia Island. I can't speak today. Amelia Island. Is it Concordia Islands? Why do people drive on my side of the road? It's this like post-pandemic thing. Either people have forgotten to drive, or they've just been aggressive. I don't know what, but constantly people are on my side of the road, and I just know that if they ever hit me, let's say it's my fault. I do have a warning light on the dashboard, by the way, which is screen wash. It's been there for absolutely ages. Anyway, that's it from me. Apart from, every time I make a video live, I lose subscribers and then they come back. So I'm at zero change. So I'm at 700 still. I've been up to 709 and it's gone back to 700. So I don't really know what's happening. I've not done anything to promote it, not done the tags properly. So it is what it is. So anyway, it's great to hear from the people who've been messaging, and yeah, give it a like, hit subscribe, send me a comment, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Right, here we go. It's not making the noise.